Welcome to Pop Cult, where we talk reality TV, celebrity chaos, and pop culture throwbacks.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Pop Cult. We're your hosts. I'm Julia.
And I'm Avery.
And we post 2 episodes every week. Tuesdays are for Reality Digest, where we talk about last week's reality chaos. And Thursdays are for our Fame Files, where we talk about past pop culture events that are still relevant today. And today we have we're going to say short week, but it's going to end up being like a normal length size episode because we have a lot to talk about. But
Yes.
just less shows. We're going to
Yes.
a large chunk of one show.
Yes, we are doing Mormon Wives 5 through 10.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do that last, but we're going to start with Below Deck and Summer House. And I actually just watched Summer House because it just came out yesterday, so I watched it when I got home from work. So should we start with that?
Yeah, we can start with that. I am really, I don't know what word I want to use. I really liked that Ben apologized to Bailey.
Yeah, me too. I feel like he realized that he was being a major drama queen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also because, was it the very beginning of the episode when they were all sitting on the couch and first of all, he sits next to her. Then Jesse makes a married people joke, and then Ben laughs.
Yeah, and he laughs, and I was like, "What? This is sexism right here."
Actually, and you know what? She clocked it.
Absolutely.
She said if Jesse made that joke, they would all laugh. But for some reason, they don't think it's funny when I say it. And that's so freaking true. Like, these men are so transparent.
That was
it's unbelievable.
Very irritating. I did not like that. It gave me weird vibes. And then they have to kiss.
Yeah, that was uncomfortable. I think that they are so, like, I know that I'm sure she doesn't have a crush on him anymore. It only takes something like that to
really
nip that
just
crush in the bud really quickly. But I can't. Like, when they were kissing, I was like, this is just, there's like no chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they both feel super awkward. It's becoming clear based on the mid-season trailer that Ben has another girl, which is why he's not pursuing any of the girls in the summer house.
Oh.
But like, I just feel, no, Bailey needs to move on. I do, however, like her with Carl, actually.
That surprised me.
Me too. I, for some reason, felt like I had seen her on a talk show or somewhere on social media that they were like, she basically just said, oh yeah, like me and Carl, like we're hanging out or whatever, kind of alluding to them dating, but I couldn't remember if I just fully made that up in my mind or if that's actually something that was going on. So I think it's something that was going on.
I was about to say, do you think they're dating like now?
I don't know if they're like fully dating.
Because doesn't Carl go like, I'm not sure if it was a date?
Yeah, he did. But I mean, in the context of this episode, no, they're not dating. But like, I feel like I saw this, like, she was on like Watch What Happens Live or something like that, and I feel like that's it. I don't know if it was specifically that, but something like that where she was like, yeah, Carl and I are hanging out.
Well, I think it's cute.
I do too. I do appreciate Carl for like being like, this is the thing. I feel like, you know, if we have been doing this podcast for 10 years and we've been covering Summer House from the beginning, we'd probably would have called Carl a hoe like 20 times by now. And so I appreciate what he said where he's like, I'm trying to change and now I'm getting made fun of for not being a hoe.
Yeah, literally.
And also, he's grown. He's like in his 40s at this point. Like, I would hope that he wouldn't still be acting like he did, you know, when he and Lindsay first met.
Also, like, everyone is entitled to do what they want to do.
Totally. And I don't know. I could low-key see him and Bailey together. I normally wouldn't say that. I don't personally root for age gap relationships, depending on the breadth of the gap, but I kind of like it.
I don't. Yeah, age gaps can be weird sometimes, depending on, like, how old the younger person is. Like,
yes, totally.
From that way, but
agreed.
I don't see it being an issue when they're still in like a kind of similar stages of life. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's not like Carl's like, not that there's anything wrong with this either, but you know, divorced with 3 kids, you know, that would be a little.
Like,
I wouldn't say that that's the best situation for Bailey, but he's obviously not. I just think she's so sweet and quirky.
And
I like her. And I've always felt that way about Carl too. I think he's quirky and he's a little bit strange in a good way.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see Carl leaving New York anytime soon. I don't see Bailey leaving New York anytime. That's my thing with Ben. I don't see him like staying in, like, he's from Australia. I guarantee you he'll go back to Australia at some
Oh,
point.
you think?
I mean, maybe not any like in the next few years, but eventually I would
Mhm.
assume he probably would, unless his
Mhm.
family lives here. I don't know.
Well, and then KJ's dating Dara,
Dara,
and she's been in the episode a little bit.
yeah, the jury's still out on her.
She's pretty, but I mean, you never know.
Yeah, I mean, she's gorgeous. I feel like I've said it once, I'll say it again. I need you to be doing something besides being an influencer,
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know?
That's very fair.
And I do have to eat my words on this a little bit because I was paying usually I don't really pay attention to their little subtitles because I just know all their names at this point. I
Mhm.
did notice that Bailey's said host slash influencer, so I do have to like eat my words a little bit there.
She has like a YouTube channel though. Like she's a host of some YouTube channel, and I don't consider that like an influencer. Like she
Yeah,
is an
no, I
influencer in
agree.
addition to that, but like she has a different like obligated job.
Yeah, she has a day job, I
Yeah.
guess. Even like with Wes, I don't know. I'll shit on Wes all day long for definitely being a clout chaser, but at least he is like a sports journalist or whatever,
I
sports
didn't even know
broadcaster.
that.
Something in sports. I don't really I mean, I don't really pay attention to him. The really interesting thing for me in this episode was this conversation between Kyle and Amanda in their apartment in the kitchen.
When she's like, I didn't sign up to have a DJ husband.
Exactly.
And he's like, I'm about to sign with the manager and I haven't even talked to you about it. First of all, you're married. What do you mean by that?
Dude, you literally took the words out of my mouth. Like, why did he not tell her he was talking to a manager? That should be the first thing you do the moment that you get contacted by that manager is you should tell your wife.
Yeah, you're partners.
Hello? And now it's like I feel like he did that on purpose because now he's in too deep and she can't tell him like I'm not comfortable with this.
I feel like she kind of did.
I mean, she definitely did, but I feel like at this point she knows he's going to do it either way.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's such a valid question for Amanda to ask her 43-year-old husband how long he's planning to DJ. And he's clearly annoyed by that question. She's like, "How long is this DJ thing gonna go on?" And he's like,
Mhm.
"Whoa." It starts his little
'Cause
annoying
he was
ass
thinking
pouting
forever.
thing. Oh my god. His little fucking I'm sorry. I hate him so much. I hate him so much when he starts to pout like that. "Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, I was thinking a while." And she's like, "Stop acting like a baby." Like I wish she would just say that to him because I feel like it gets on her nerves too when he acts like
Yeah.
that.
Because he's just a whiny old man.
I also just can't stand that he uses it as an excuse because he's going through financial issues. Like, well, me working with a manager is really gonna, help me get some great opportunities and make some actual money. Kyle, I just don't think that your DJing career is going to save Loverboy. I'm gonna be so honest. You might be able to make a little side cash, but call me crazy. I don't feel as though DJing for crowds of 50 people is going to save your alcoholic beverage business.
Your alcoholic beverage business. I think it's going to a sad place. I want to try it though. Where can
I
I get
actually
it?
have tried it. It tastes like beer, kind of.
Ew.
Yeah, I mean, I only had like one flavor. I don't even know what it was.
I've been really into like White Claws lately,
Oh!
which is so weird because they taste like battery acid. Like they literally taste like they taste like static.
I gag at the thought of a White Claw.
No, man, I love them.
Don't ever hand me a White Claw, a Truly, a High Noon.
Yeah, no, I can't do Trulies anymore.
I don't ever
Trulies
want
are
a
rough.
seltzer again.
Mike's Hard Lemonades, I can't really do those anymore
Oh
either.
god, you loved Mike's Hard
I
Lemonade.
loved them. But I'm back. I had to move away from White Claws for a while, and I'm back. If I'm gonna have a seltzer, I'll have a White Claw.
Yeah, I'm more likely to roll up with a bottle of Prosecco
I think that's
to
so
the
fair.
function.
Yeah, so
you
fair.
know?
I love Prosecco too.
I will say you do go to the beach, so
So
maybe
yeah, I'm
that's
gonna have a White
why.
Claw on the beach
But you know what
because
I'm
they can't
dying
bring
to
a bottle of
try?
Prosecco.
Totally. Even though we did do that in Kiowa.
Well, yeah,
remember?
but I'm not with my mother, so I don't feel like I have like permission.
Right. Well,
because
because if you get fined, then like no, she's not gonna pay for it or whatever.
yeah,
What was I gonna say? I'm dying to try. I feel like I sent you this so long ago. Those dirty Shirleys in a can.
ooh, I don't know if I've ever found them anywhere.
I don't know. Like I feel like they're only in very limited places. Those that I could mess with. I can't drink a seltzer anymore. I don't know why we as a society convinced ourselves that they were good. At that point, it's like you might as well just take shots. It's the same calories.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You know,
probably.
if that's something that you were worried about.
I'm just not gonna be taking shots on the beach.
No, I'm not going to take a shot. Let me set the record straight. I'm not drinking a Truly or a seltzer, nor am I taking a shot. I'm not doing either of those things. I'm just saying, I don't know why the seltzer craze like took over,
Oh yeah, I
as
don't
a
know that one.
movement for a
Yeah.
while there. Like that was so crazy, right?
It is. One thing I do love though is an Angry Orchard, and you can pry those out of my like cold dead arms. I love an Angry Orchard.
You do love an Angry Orchard. I like an Angry Orchard too. I just
It's just
never
like
think
apple
about
juice.
it. It's so good. They really are. My dad loves those too.
They're so good.
Anyway, if you maybe next time you go to the beach, you should try and find
They do.
Loverboy in the grocery store.
I just don't think those are sold in Florida. I'm gonna look it up.
I'll look it up for you.
Oh, thank you.
If not, I'll buy some, and then next time you visit me, we can have them. Because they definitely have them
Great.
here, obviously.
Perfect.
I mean, this is the thing. There's so many. Oh my God, they have a Dirty Shirley drink. That's fun. It's
Everybody's
called
got a damn
Flirty
Dirty
Shirley.
Dirty Shirley.
Darly. That sounds
Dirly.
like something that
Dirly.
an old Southern woman would name her dog. Oh my God. Ugh, I hate when it asks me for my birthday. I'm like, ugh, what the frick? Oh, I don't want a discount. The freak. Where is the friggin' products, you guys? Okay, so they have cocktails, then they have spritzes, and then they have sparkling hard teas. Oh my God, it's Kyle's picture all over the website.
Ew.
I'm disturbed. Okay, limoncello, pear, kiwi,
Oh, what's that?
Flirty
Total
Shirley,
Wine.
passion fruit, guava. Anyway, we don't need a deep dive into their inventory. The point here is, like, I guess I just feel like Kyle has, like, this delusional dream that DJing is going to change his life. And it's like, there's two things happening here. Number one, you're 43. And look, age is just a number, right? Like, anyone can do whatever they want at any age, mostly. I just feel like if I had a business that was going under, the last thing that I would do to try and get it back up on its feet is start DJing.
Yeah.
Like I would actually do anything else. And I feel like that's what Amanda is trying to get at, but she knows that she can't say it that way because it's not going to go over well.
It's not.
So,
But did you see when Sierra broke the fourth wall and looked at the camera?
no, I didn't.
They were doing like the spin the bottle, and and Wes was like touching her leg, and she like looks right at the camera.
I didn't notice her looking at the camera, but I genuinely was like, why is he touching her? Like,
no, it was odd. It was like when Angelica would not stop touching
Shane
in the car.
That was so, oh my God, you're so right. It was just giving like, I literally thought that it was like one of the guys had put him up to it because the way that he was going about it looked so awkward, and the way that she like slowly turned her head and like side-eyed
It
him.
was weird.
Oh, I just feel like that, oh my God. Like, somebody save Sierra from Wes because I've had it with him. She needs a man, not a boy.
Not a boy.
I am excited for the rest of the season after that mid-season trailer.
I don't know if I watched that.
Especially because it was at the end of the episode. Especially because it looks like something's going to go down between Carl and Kyle, which I'm very
Well, I feel like it's been building up
in.
because he didn't invest.
I think you're right, but I'm just like very interested in like Kyle's always has a fucking blow up every season. It's so embarrassing. So
Also, why is Levi like barely in this?
dude,
like, where
I
is she?
know. I like need her to have more screen time. I don't know if it's just, I don't know. I'm also sad Bailey's not there this weekend.
Yeah, but I think apparently she's having some kind of crash out. About what?
Oh.
Well, that's what Carl said.
Oh, I thought he just said she needed to take care of some things.
Then I don't know.
Anyway, we miss you, Bailey. Speaking of a crash out, I feel like the entire Stew team on Below Deck was crashing out this episode at the beginning.
I don't know what is wrong with Alicia, but why can you not get a simple task list done?
Okay, but this was my thing. Was Mike supposed to help her?
I do not know, but they were acting like he was, and I was very confused.
Yeah, that I would love to. Maybe they said something in the what is that thing called, the after show or whatever that they do. Maybe he said something about it in that, because I feel like I was confused as to why like he went to bed, but then she couldn't get her task list done. Like, to me, the only excuse there is that the person who was supposed to help her get it done didn't help her.
Yeah, also like Daisy literally said like, I don't need you in the morning, so these might take you a little bit of a longer time.
Yeah, true. And so, in the morning she said, I left you in a pretty good position. Like, yeah, what's going on?
Like what happened? And she's just like, I'm so really, and she weird. Like literally starts like having like a panic attack. I'm like, hello?
I know.
Like, all you need to do was wipe down tables and do dishes. I do that every day, homegirl.
I feel like what's getting her is this situation with her boyfriend. I think she feels really
I think
guilty.
she has a lot of other stressors coming at her.
Totally. And like, to be clear, it's self-inflicted.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I do feel bad. I wonder, how old is she? Do we know?
Alicia, I do not know.
I have to imagine she's like 21 at the oldest.
21 for real?
Yeah, hold on.
I was thinking older.
Oh my god, she's 25.
She's 25.
Just
Holy
kidding.
moly. Yeah, I was like,
Anyway.
she looks way older than 21.
Yeah, I feel like she definitely has some like, I mean, I feel as though that this is clear based on her behavior with Eddie. She definitely has some maturity issues.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was really strange. I guess my question is, why is Mike never doing anything? Why is the stew team always saying that he's nowhere to be found? Why is the duck team always saying that he's nowhere to be found? Where is he?
Lord knows where that man has gone. I think that they just need to pick a side for him. It's too
Agreed.
much.
I think he's gonna get fired.
I think we're looking at that, yeah.
But
him
then
or Alicia if they can't pull it together.
You know what was making me so, I don't think Alicia is gonna, I think Daisy likes Alicia. Even just the way that she reacted when Alicia woke up that morning and she was like, what happened? Like, the boat was a mess. She was so much nicer to Alicia than she was to Mike.
Yeah, she was very like, but then she goes and says in her like confessional that she treats people differently.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a pretty common thing that a lot of managers would say, like, you know, different people need to be managed different ways. I just feel like we needed to get to the root of that problem. Like, was she just like, why did she? I mean, she was up until 3 a.m. We saw the timestamp.
Yeah, but what? She was just vacuuming? Like,
that's the thing. Like, yeah, I mean, you know, everybody knows how we feel about inefficient people.
Absolutely.
The opposite of inefficient, though, was Ben. He slayed that 6-course meal.
He really did. I was afraid with the octopus because some people said they didn't like it, but apparently they all got over it because they said it was a phenomenal meal, and they all scared the shit out of him and me included.
Same. I was about to rage.
He was gonna start crying.
Literally.
He was going to cry.
Also, sorry, I just have to point this out. Alicia bringing the pizza to the hot tub and the primary going, just pizza?
You just got a 6-course meal.
Seriously, I said, after they've had 6 courses? Sorry, I'm like on Ben's side. Like, does somebody have a tapeworm?
Yeah, literally.
Literally, what is going on? Like, it's just crazy. Like, and granted, I mean, we didn't see all 6 of the courses. I'm sure that they're small portions, but that's kind of the point.
Yeah, no, it's because you have so many at once.
Yeah.
Or like pretty much back to back.
I think that we as human beings would be shocked to really dissect the kind of portion size that we needed if we were, you know, paying attention to it. Like, I don't know. It's just funny to think about a 6-course meal and then them being like, can we have some snacks?
I can just only imagine how irritating that freaking is.
No, for Alicia, that's probably why she had to go to bed early.
She's like, I can't answer any more questions.
And it's like, I feel like the primary didn't like the way that she answered that question when Alicia was like,
she made a comment about it on the comment card.
I know. Okay, first of all, good tip, I will say.
Oh yeah, it was 28. Yeah, good tip.
Yeah, great tip. So that was good. I mean, they deserved it, especially Ben. But yeah, I didn't really like, I hated that they said that about her because at the end of the day, like, as long as the service that she provided was good, I don't really feel as though you need to be commenting on her personality.
I agree.
I feel like that's a little bit of a low blow.
And then she literally left the hat behind, and so fucking Jason left the boat just to come give it to her.
Oh my god, that was so funny. It actually made me wonder what Jason does while they all go out.
He sleeps.
Do you think so?
Yeah, he just chills.
Does he have a wife?
I have no idea.
I was listening to something earlier that said, oh, it was Brittany Cartwright from The Valley. One of the other cast members was like, who should we set you up with, like, from Bravo? And she said Captain Jason. So it made me wonder if Captain Jason's single. Well, I guess Heather.
He is single. I forgot about that.
I know he has kids though, right?
He does. I don't think
he
I know
has
anything
daughters
about him. Are they young?
Yeah, I mean, maybe like pre-teens or something. Tweens.
Cute.
Ben was like very shortly on my good list until he left poor Ellie to clean the whole
all of that
kitchen?
by herself just so he can go take a bath. Like, in my mind, like, the work is not done until, like, you have to work together when it's that much to be clean.
Like, no, I'd be pissed if he did that
was
to me.
ridiculous. And well, it looks like it's about to get bad in the preview for the next week's episode. She's gonna go talk to the captain. Did you see that?
I know. No, yes, I did. And honestly, like, she deserves a Nobel Peace Prize after dealing with him.
Asshole.
Like, again, I've seen some things about her from her last season that she's, like, not the nicest person, but I actually feel like she's been, at least that we've seen, she's been very professional and very understanding. And even the way that she addressed it with Daisy in the room was like, I'm just not going to get taken advantage of.
Absolutely.
So, like, this isn't going to fly with me, which I really respect.
This ain't gonna fly.
Ben is totally one to take advantage of, like, a young female
He
in the
is.
like,
And
professionally in that way.
his nicknames with everybody actually make me want to tear his eyeballs out.
He's got to stop with the pet names.
With
It's
the
so
honeys,
inappropriate.
the babies, the darlings. Shut up.
And she says it in the preview. She goes, "Stop calling me that. My name is Ellie."
Literally.
Or something like that. I also felt that when it comes to Alicia and her boyfriend, I actually think it would have been better for her just to not call him and tell him all those things that she said, because the poor guy is probably spiraling now.
Yeah.
I felt that was, like, really mean of her to do.
Yeah, I also.
She's
felt
calling
that it
him
was
saying
weird.
something but saying nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
She's
like,
like, it's nothing, you know I'm a flirt, but then why would you tell me?
and he's like, okay, so why are you breaking this up? And she's
Yeah.
like, oh, no reason. Like, what?
Very odd.
Very odd.
Oh, and then Joao and Daisy like keep flirting.
Yes. I feel like she only flirts with him when she's drunk.
I agreed with that, but like I don't know, maybe she likes him.
I think she likes him for sure. I just think she doesn't want to do that because
No, I don't think
of
she
her
will
role.
either. Yeah.
Do the chief stews ever?
Yeah, she has.
Oh. And it backfired, I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
she definitely
Speaking of
has.
chief stews, Aisha got married.
I know,
this
and
week,
her wedding
or she
dress
posted
is
her pictures.
gorgeous.
She's so stunning.
It's
I can't
like,
even imagine being married to her. I feel like you'd just always be in a good mood because she's such a positive person.
Yep. I want to see it again because I feel like she had multiple looks. I want to see all of them. I love that ceremony dress. It's great. But and she got an ice cream truck. Heck yeah.
That's actually a really good idea for a wedding.
Oh, she had like
Food
an
trucks in
arrival
general.
outfit, a rehearsal dinner outfit. Oh, she looks so good.
Gorgina, as per usual.
Perfect. Now that we've talked about the fun stuff,
Oh,
let's talk about
God.
the shit show of Mormon Wives season 4, 5 through 10.
Talk to me.
Episode 5 through 10. I just, I try to give men the benefit of the doubt. Not really. But
We do our best. We do what we can with what we've been given.
I just can't deal with them. Any of them on this show. Zach, Jordan, no. Dakota, no. The only one I like is Connor, and that's crazy.
Yeah, Connor, I've liked Connor. Honestly, I've liked Connor the whole time.
Connor has come a very long way.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's turning to him for advice, and no one fucking listened.
No, there is something in the water in Utah. I'm telling you. Like, there is no way that there are this many diabolically messed up people in one concentrated area.
Yeah. Taylor and Dakota slept together twice.
Despicable behavior. What did you think about that? I'm actually dying to know.
No, it's disgusting in every way. First
Truly.
of all, you've just committed. Okay, the first time they slept together, whatever, it was a mess up, whatever. I'll get over it. It was like a drunken weekend. I don't think she drinks, but whatever.
She does, but I don't think she was drunk that weekend. He definitely doesn't because he's an addict.
So, okay. And so I'll excuse that one. I'll let it go. But the night before you leave for the Bachelorette to film a show where you're dating 32 men, disrespectful to every single man that's going on that show.
Absolutely.
Disrespectful to yourself, just and like that you're supposed to be spending it with your kids. Why are you spending it with him?
Disrespectful to your friends who have tried to rally around you and support you and help you stop this ridiculous behavior. Like, at this, I'm sorry, I have to say it. I don't know if you feel the same way. If I were one of those girls, I would never speak to her again.
I've lost a lot of respect for Taylor in this season.
And to be blunt, again, I'm about to get mean, but to be blunt, she doesn't deserve respect from them at this point.
Not right now. Not when she keeps doing this. She's not listening to anyone. And it's just becoming like really rough to watch.
And it's not even just like this instance in specific. It's the way that she spoke to him, I felt, the entire season.
She spoke to him, yeah. And like
not him, but them, the girls.
Oh, sorry.
I think I might have said that.
She spoke to them like when she was calling them once she found out that he was sleeping with who was it, Shania?
Shania. I want to talk about that whole thing too.
Yeah, we will, but just the way that she was speaking to them then, like, oh, I'll get to you guys, my fuck ass friends, in a second. My so-called friends.
I'm sorry, if you ever called me and I picked up the phone and the first words out of your mouth were, "I'm gonna ask you one fucking time," I would block your number.
Like first of all, let's just have a conversation. Let me hear your side as to why you kept this from me. Like let me like let's just like calmly talk about it, and I'll be like, okay, I understand that. Thank you for doing that for me to protect my feelings. I know now. Like, let's talk about it. There's so many other ways we could have done that.
It's like, the thing is, Dakota, a psychopath. He actually needs to be locked up. He is a lost cause. He will never be a good person ever in his life. It's astounding. Like, seriously. It's criminal at this point, but he's committed no criminal activity. So, like, we can't put him in prison. But seriously, like, I think it really just goes back to what I said last week, which was they need restraining orders against each other.
Well,
anyway, sorry, I just changed the subject like so drastically.
But that like might be happening. The restraining order stuff.
Oh my god, truly, that they need it. And honestly, I mean, I hope that this whole domestic violence situation, I hope it's not as bad as it seems.
Because it seems really bad, and they're like debating on allegedly like not airing her season of Bachelorette.
I don't think that that will happen just because it's literally, maybe if it were like a few months out, it would be different.
Yeah, because they don't have time to film another one. What are they just not gonna pay their cast and crew? Like, it kind of has to air, guys.
Exactly. And at this point, like, they're trying to do damage control. I've seen so many interviews and stuff about with her, or like just sound bites or quotes of her just kind of trying to smooth it over. I think it's tough. The reason that I don't think that they would pull the plug on the season is because we technically don't have verified details.
I know. I'm hoping by like next week we'll know more of what's happening.
I know. I do feel as though, going back to the way that she treated her friends this season, I feel like I saw a shift in them this season, especially the second half of the season, where they're finally being honest about her behavior.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like, even just that scene of after they discovered that they had slept together in LA, and I think it's Layla and Macy standing in the kitchen, and Layla's like, "I'm 24 years old. Why am I schooling her right now?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous." And Macy's like, "I'm genuinely not even saying this to be a bitch, you guys. Why do you do this? It's astounding to the rest of us.
They don't get it, and we don't get it either."
It's like, I just feel, I mean, and this is what I've been saying about her the entire time, is there comes a time, like, people love to make excuses for Taylor for some reason. There comes a time where I do think that we just need to get down to the facts. And the facts are, she's a 32-year-old woman with 3 children who should be able to regulate herself and her life and her emotions better than she is. And the only thing that's happening by making excuses for her behavior is you're just enabling her to do it even more.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel as though, like, if it were you and I in this situation and I was acting this way, I genuinely think you would, like, beat my ass verbally.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, and granted, like, you can only say so much to a grown adult who you're not even related to, but I think I would have to take myself out of the situation. I genuinely don't think I could be friends with somebody like her.
I don't know, man. I have no idea.
Not that she's asking me to be her friend, but
well, yeah, it's just so crazy.
We also have in episode 5 this whole thing about Macy's book tour.
Did you see Macy post on Instagram about how most of it got cut?
I did. That always happens to her.
I know. She said it in the in her comment, she was like, unless it's about relationships or a fight within the group, it's not gonna make it.
Yeah, I actually would love to see more about Macy's life and she and her husband's relationship, and even, like, I don't know, her friendship with the other girls besides Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like and I think I've said this before, but I listened to her book and it was very interesting. I mean, I was hesitant because it's kind of like, well, we've only known about Macy Neely for the last 2 years or so, so like what really could she have to write about? But she has a very interesting upbringing and past to be as young as she is. The one thing that I was thinking is, what do you think about this whole Jessie? I mean, I know she ended up bailing on Unwell, but what did you think about that?
I thought it would, I don't know, I have because I'm always like so much like put your career first.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of like my mindset with a lot of stuff. Like, I don't know, your individual career comes first, but also Jessie is like a millionaire already.
Totally.
And she already has put her career first. Why did she need to go to this Unwell event when you had already committed to something else not only did you didn't commit just to go, you committed to host. So that's where I thought it was weird.
Me too.
It would have been different if you had just said you were going to be there. But if you were going to host, that's weird.
Yeah, I agree. I think if she hadn't agreed to host, then it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. Like, I feel like that's no different than Whitney and Jen not being able to go because of Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Which I also have heard Macy speak on the fact that they were trying to make drama out of Whitney not showing up because of Dancing with the Stars. And I've heard her say in multiple interviews that she wasn't mad about it at all. And she actually didn't expect Whitney or Jen to come.
Yeah, but she did say something to that effect, like, in the actual show. And I was like,
She
did they
did.
just, like, fake this?
I know. It was kind of weird. I don't know. That was strange because I have heard her say it multiple times in like podcasts and stuff. If I can play devil's advocate with Jessie, is like when Layla said, you know, it's very out of character for Jessie to be somebody. That's where I kind of felt like, okay, maybe we can forgive Jessie for this one thing because she really is always showing up.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I don't know, you know, if this was something that really she was really excited about, I feel like we can give her a pass just this once. But ultimately, she did
not go to Unwell.
And honestly, I don't really think that any of them would have. I think that Jessie is maybe one of the only ones that would have like truly backed out of the quote unquote better opportunity.
Yeah. So the girls are still either they're still in LA or they went back. But Taylor meets like Jesse Palmer.
How weird is that?
I totally think that was planned.
You think?
Yeah, they're both Hulu shows.
Oh, you're probably right.
The producers know each other. He's like, guys, I kid you not, I was just across the street.
At the coffee. And LA's so big, too.
Like, no. No, you weren't. You were not.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're right. I'm stupid for even thinking for a second that could have been coincidental.
Don't josh me like that.
Don't josh me like that.
I don't believe you.
That's funny.
It made me laugh.
Episode 6, I think, is when Taylor meets up with her mom, right? On that random bench.
Oh, yeah. And she's like, well, I didn't sleep with him. Actually, I did.
That was like a crazy conversation.
And I understand Taylor's side where she's like, I just know how you're going to react, so why would I tell you? But then she comes out with such like a force that it's going to get a reaction no matter what.
Yeah, like I think that I understand like why she doesn't want to tell her mom things because of the judgment, but I also just don't really understand why she thinks that she doesn't deserve at least some level of judgment when she continues to make terrible decisions time after time.
I think it's just because she knows it's a bad decision. That doesn't.
So then why do you think she keeps doing it? Like, this is what I truly can't comprehend.
Like she just knows that it's not good, so she just doesn't want to hear it from anybody else.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I mean, her mom is also psychotic. Like, there's no doubt about that.
When they do that therapy session, she's like, how do I parent my adult child? You don't.
Right. Well, so that ship has sailed. Something went wrong when you could parent her.
And now it's too late.
That has put us in the current position. That's not to say that people can't be great parents and their kids still struggle, but I don't know. I feel bad for her sister.
Me too. Because she just has to deal with all of this.
I know.
She's still so young.
I know. I just couldn't help but think, like, how do you sit there and watch your sister and your mom act this way, knowing that you're literally the youngest out of the 3?
I know.
And the only one. I feel as though, because her sister, it's her half-sister, right? Technically?
Yes. All of her siblings are half-siblings.
So maybe her sister's like 95% the dad.
Maybe.
And 5% Leanne. I also am very disinterested by Leanne. I don't really need Leanne on the show.
I don't understand why she's the only mom that gets to be on the show.
And well, also just like the way that Leanne fully got a face transplant after the first season tells me everything that I need to know about her intentions.
Yeah, very fair.
I don't need confessionals from Leanne. That's not something I'm interested in.
Oh, also, yeah, like, what happened to Demi?
What happened to
Demi? Where did she go?
Well, can we talk about the singing for a second?
No.
Okay, we're gonna talk. I'm gonna talk about it.
What was that?
It's the way that she was like bullying her husband in this recording session.
She's like, you need to take your ear out of the headphone because you don't sound like you did in the car.
She's like, it's a little flat. It's a little flat. Let's try it again.
I'm like, girl,
sorry.
You're a little flat.
Sorry, is Brett okay? Like, I genuinely felt bad for him in that moment because it was like I had such bad secondhand embarrassment. Why did they pick that song, do you think?
I don't know. I have no like I'm sure it was maybe it was given to them.
Did we know that singing was like an aspiration for
No,
either of
I
them?
had no idea.
Like, that sent me to the moon and back. I just don't even know what that was all about. It would have made sense if, it's very much Sheena Shea a la season 1 of Vanderpump Rules, where she's laying down tracks, and it's
Laying down tracks.
awful, whichever way you look at it. What I will say about Sheena Shea is at least we know that she had dreams of becoming a pop star.
Yeah, very fair.
With Demi, it's giving, I didn't want to go to therapy, so I'm just going to go record True Colors, and hopefully it'll distract everyone.
And then
I'm going to exit the show.
Yeah.
So I would love an explanation. I feel as though we deserve an explanation from her about this
Do you
tragic
think she'll be at like the
instance.
reunion?
I don't. I really don't.
I'm just confused. Also, like, Lord knows when we're gonna get a reunion because they've paused filming for season 5. So if they haven't already filmed the reunion, then like we're shit out of luck right now.
Yeah, and I bet you they haven't filmed the reunion yet, because I feel like they usually film the reunion once they kind of see what the public perception is, so that they can ask questions about it.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
No, I doubt she will, because I was gonna say I could see her maybe like filming something, pre-filming something with the producers asking her questions, but I actually think her bigger issue with the show right now is production. I don't even really think she's beefing that much with the girls.
Interesting.
I think she's mad at production.
But overall, even beyond Taylor, who pissed me off the most this season was Jen.
Oh my god.
She just was irritating me so much, and maybe I just have amnesia, but I was like, what did Whitney do to you?
I mean, like, I hate to reduce it down to something this simple, but it's jealousy. She's jealous.
Okay, I was like thinking in that way. I was just very confused where all of this resentment came from. I also, because, the show showed them living together in LA.
Mm-hmm.
And how I perceived it is it was for like a hot sec. But then she goes on TikTok and says it was for 2 hours. So that shocked me.
That they stayed there?
Yeah, only for 2 hours.
Why did they unpack the truck?
I don't know.
That's confusing.
So I don't know if I believe her with the 2 hours thing. But even then,
No, me neither.
why would you stay at someone's house who you don't consider a friend, who you don't like? Go check into a hotel.
I just feel like everything changed, and I don't even mean this. I'm not trying to like pit women against each other. This is just the facts. I feel like things really changed in Jen's demeanor when she realized that Whitney was better than her.
Yeah, that, and like she wanted to win Dancing with the Stars so badly, and like
Jen?
Yes, and you can't really go in with that attitude. I don't know. Like, yes, you have to go in like optimistic and like know that you can do it, but I feel like no one else on that cast was like, I need to win. Everyone was like, I'm here to have fun. Or at least they're not saying it out loud, but Jen's like, every single scene, she's like, this is my dream. I have to win this. It would mean so much to me. I'm like, can't we just have fun?
Right. I feel like that was something that Whitney has said since the show, especially like after she got eliminated. Maybe she said it in the Call Her Daddy interview. She's like, I never thought I was going to win this show. I don't have the public vote in that way. I just was hoping every single week that I would make it to the next week so that I could keep doing it because it was so fun.
And like, why did Jen think she had the public vote in that way? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not, like, I'm sorry, you're not Taylor. Like, you're not like the head of Mom Talk. You also left the show for a hot second. So like, calm down. You also just had a baby. You're okay. Like, you're doing good. I don't understand why you like had to give yourself these expectations that you had to win or else you're not good enough. Like, that's absolutely not true. And you doing that to yourself does not mean that you can take it all out on Whitney.
I feel like Jen's biggest problem, which is like what you're saying, is like she overestimates her importance in other people's lives. She thinks, and that's not to say that
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, they're both in the same exact situation. They are married. Their husband has moved there with them to LA. They both have 3 children, one of which is very young and the other 2 are not that much older. They have so much going on. They are filming a reality TV show that is so intense that people break their ribs regularly or bruise them, whatever that was. Okay?
Shout out Elaine.
And Alex and Robert, like, all of them
True.
were injured or getting injured.
I forgot
You are
about that.
you are literally God forbid you have to work an 8-9 hour day like the rest of us, but I digress. Because
Totally.
they just kept saying, they're like, I've been gone from the house for 8 hours.
No,
Fuck you.
when she
Shut
said,
the fuck up.
Wait, I caught that too. I was wondering if you would
I
catch
was
that.
like,
When she
don't
said that,
talk to me like that.
when she said that she's having 5 to 8 hour days, I'm like, wait a second.
Wait a second. That is a
Can
normal
I act
job.
like this?
Literally, can I act like this at work? No. Okay, I cannot.
Screamy.
So,
Oh my god, it's giving that influencer,
you guys
that
were
makeup
all
influencer.
just experiencing a full-time job for the first time, which is
Totally.
very overwhelming, and I
And physically
understand that,
demanding.
and very physically demanding. So you cannot expect everyone to reach out in the same way that you reach out to them. I say that, but you were not reaching out at all, Jen, talking to you. And so you cannot expect Whitney to hold the side. Like, this is not a marriage where you need to be like both giving the same amount of energy. I don't know how marriages work. I'm not married. But like, this is just like a friendship, and you don't even think you're friends. So why are you expecting Whitney to like go out of her way to talk to you when she's dealing with the same shit that you are, except she has a supportive husband? So maybe that's where you're feeling some jealousy there, Jen.
No, that, like, you just pinpointed it. You took the words out of my mouth. Like, you guys are in the same situation. I don't understand why she expects Whitney to take the time out of her day to reach out while she's whining, while Jen is simultaneously whining to Zach about how she has no time for anything.
Yeah, you guys are
So then
both
why do you
exhausted. You both don't have time. You're both doing so much. Why do you care?
I just feel like it's giving. I feel as though I think that this could have been part of what was happening. Two things. Number one, Jen feels insecure now that Whitney isn't on the outs with everyone in the group.
Mm-hmm.
But because for some reason, you're right, she has this weird resentment and like complex with Whitney where Whitney can't be doing well if Jen isn't doing better.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's part of it. I think the other part of it is that I honestly think that Jen needed a storyline this season. She got cut from Dancing with the Stars early. And I mean, not even that early, but like obviously earlier than Whitney. She's not even really that close with any of the women. Because to me, I was just sitting there that entire time while they're having that fight in their, hair and makeup room while they're about to shoot the credits or the intro. I'm sitting here thinking, like, what is her end game with this?
I don't know. Also, none of them defended Jen.
Right. They're literally sitting. Poor Miranda. God, we need to get into her too. Poor Miranda sitting here like, Jen, she really was sticking up for you. I just don't understand why. And the thing, it's so clear that Jen got herself in over her head because at the end of the day, she knows that she's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
She knows she's in the wrong, but now she has to find a way to dig herself out of it because she's never going to admit that she was wrong.
Oh my god, she wouldn't even go talk to Jim when Jim wanted to have a little convo and apologize.
I am like
she
disgusted
sent her
at her.
Fuck-ass husband. That is
her
disgusting.
fuck-ass husband. The only way to describe him. If Whitney had done that to Jen,
you would never hear the end of it. Ever. And instead you send your husband to berate and pull down Whitney in every way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, being so mean to her, so condescending, saying he doesn't believe any of her apologies, he doesn't take anything she says seriously. He's
so disrespectful.
Frankly, that he thinks that she's trash.
Yeah, and a terrible person, and that she will never change, and she's a horrible human being, and all this stuff. Like, how dare you say that about somebody?
You have no right to say that.
It would be one thing if they've, like, I don't know, run over your dog or something. I don't know. But like, Whitney's literally just existing in her own life and her own circle. She was barely in season 3. She was so gracious to you guys, letting you stay in her house, supporting you on Dancing with the Stars. It makes so much sense now why she wasn't sad when Jen got eliminated. I don't feel bad for her. I'd have been hooting and hollering. After that conversation, and then her ass gets eliminated. Oh, I would be throwing a party. They talk about the live.
Yeah.
Which, beyond immature and disrespectful. I would never speak to somebody again if they did that. Especially after they knew that I was already getting massive amounts of hate online.
Also, you're 25 years old. You know what being on a live means, and you know what you should and shouldn't say on it.
Right. It's just, Jen, truly, there is no other word to describe her as immature. She's always been immature. But I think people get this complex when they have children. It's not just the Mormon wives, it's everyone. That they suddenly think that they're more mature than everyone else because they have a kid.
They do think that.
Having a child does not make you more mature than anyone else.
No.
You make that decision.
Absolutely.
So.
And you have been on this show for 4 years, and you've been an influencer before that because you had to be famous to get onto the show, you know what saying stuff online does. And you
Right.
chose to say that on that live. You could have just been like, I'm supporting everybody. Because that's what everyone else would have said.
Right. After I'm sure, or better yet, don't say anything.
Don't respond to the comment.
Perhaps sit down, think for a second, and maybe come to the conclusion, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. That's a reality. But I mean, all in all, so embarrassing for Jen to send her husband on her behalf, as if like Zach is gonna put the hammer down. Like, okay, if there's anyone I'm gonna truly turn off my ears in front of, it's Zach.
I would have walked out.
Like, be so for real. Also, I do have to say, in Jen's defense, when it comes to Zach, the fact that he cannot suck it up for 6 weeks to be a stay-at-home dad while she lives her dreams on Dancing
he's
with
like
the Stars.
voicing every stay-at-home mom's like most dark, deep inner thoughts as if it's like something that needs to be corrected right away. As if it's only him who has ever been through something like this.
Totally. I feel like the biggest issue with all of these men, Jordan and I'm specifically talking about like Jordan and Zach here, but and Jace, but most of them, with the exception of Connor, this is the difference between them and Connor. They're unable to think about the things that are currently happening in their life as seasons of life. Just because Jen is saying, you know, I think we should consider moving to LA a little bit, that and Zach is throwing a fit because he doesn't want to leave Utah. Just because you live in LA for a period of time does not mean that 35 years from now you're still going to be living in LA. I don't understand why nobody can comprehend that. Versus when you see Connor talk to Whitney about it, he's like, I think we should consider making LA our home base for now. I think we should consider making New York our home base for now that you've got Broadway. Like, Whitney's not going to be on Broadway for the next 20, even 5 years. This is a thing that I just don't understand, like, why they all feel like there's such permanence in making big life decisions. Like, you can always go back to Utah.
Yeah, I agree. I think people are forgetting that, well, not people. I think Zach is forgetting that for years, all Jen did was support him.
Yeah.
Because he was in med school, and he can't take care of the children or work, really, when you're in med school. So she was breadwinner and taking care of all 3 kids. So he can shut up.
And it's like, I don't appreciate this lens that he has on it where he's saying things like, well, I gave up med school so that you could live your dream.
You did not give up med school.
You guys gambled away your medical tuition.
You guys also moved to Arizona for med school. Am I not wrong?
No, yeah, they definitely did for a stint, for sure.
So I think
also,
you chose that.
I don't know, like, I just don't see. Also, they also have a nanny. That's the other thing that I couldn't get over when he kept saying, like, well, I have to fill my cup. Your cup can remain empty for 6 weeks while your wife is on a TV show. That is a finite amount of time.
It's like not forever. He's such an asshole.
Like, it's so annoying. Like, I can't even. We've got to move on because, like, I could talk about that.
Let's talk about Layla's little story arc. It was very much like left in the dark until literally the end of season 4. Like, I feel like she was just kind of like there.
I always
and then
feel like
all
that's
of a sudden
how
it gets like dumped onto us that she has a literal eating disorder.
Yeah, which I think she's discussed that in previous seasons, but we definitely didn't know about the GLP-1 addiction.
Who's prescribing that girl GLP?
I had the same thought. I'm like, shame on that doctor. And of course, there's many ways to get GLP-1s. Like, you can get around it if you really put your mind to it.
Yeah.
But I just, like, whoever did give her access to that, like, shame on them. I feel so badly for her. Like, I can't imagine being in that situation and knowing that you have that problem. But, like, for Layla, sadly, I feel like she thinks that she's in it all alone. Like, I don't know anything about her ex-husband, so I don't know how often he has the kids.
Yeah, I don't
The way
either.
that she talks about it, she makes it seem like she truly is like a single mom. Like,
I
on her own.
think that she kind of is. I don't really think he has anything to do with anything. But
which is devastating,
who was watching the kids while they were in New York? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't really know either. Maybe he only has them like every other weekend or something.
Yeah, it could be something like that.
Or if she needs him to. But yeah, I just can't imagine like being in that situation because it's right. Like, I can see where I can empathize with her where she's saying like, I'll never be small enough, but I know that like this isn't healthy.
Yeah, it's really sad that they just didn't give it more screen time because we get like one flashback of when she went to like a little rehab place and that was it.
Yeah.
What, she's cured now? Like, I want a whole episode and a half on this. Like, that's unfair that I have to watch freaking Taylor and Dakota.
Yeah, I have to watch 4 episodes of Taylor and her
Yeah.
mom fighting in the car,
Absolutely.
but I
And it's the
can't get.
same thing with like with Jessie, which her keep making these like little comments about how she wants to divorce
My God.
Jordan, but it would be so hard, and she doesn't know if she's there yet. And then we like get that little lore drop that like maybe their prenup is void, so now she's
Yeah,
terrified too.
which is equal parts as devastating. I can't even
Yeah, I
imagine.
can't even imagine that.
And you know Jordan is a vindictive little
He said, "I'm
fucker.
gonna
You
suck all
know,
that up." And you know what? I
he would
wouldn't
take
even
that
put it past
alimony.
him if he knew they didn't have a witness and didn't tell Jessie.
That's a theory right there.
Mhm.
That is a theory. I feel like we've said this on this podcast before. Get a prenup.
I don't understand why you wouldn't get a prenup because
Yeah, which
you have
obviously
one.
they tried.
You like well, yeah, but like anyone who's against them because they think it's like, well, we're gonna be married forever, whatever. I don't care. You can be married forever, but like even if you do get divorced in some way, there's a prenup written for you by the state anyways.
Right.
So do you want that prenup or do you want one you guys written agreed on yourself? Just riddle me that.
Exactly. The scariest thing about living life, honestly, is that you never truly know anyone deep down.
Absolutely.
Unless they're like, I mean, not that this is always the case, but like ideally like family. But I just feel like he time and time again has shown that he has such disdain for her. I mean, don't even get me started on the whole last name conversation. I feel so devastated for Jessie about the whole business prenup thing.
I do too. I saw on Instagram earlier today where it was like fans are calling for Jessie to become a Salt Lake City housewife, and the comment was like, "I would love to see Jessie with her own tax bracket."
Oh. And you know what the gag is? I would go as far as to say, maybe besides Bronwyn, that Jessie would be the richest out of all of them.
You think?
I do.
I
I
think she
really
would
do.
get eaten alive. I don't want that for her.
No, me neither. Well, she's also far too young. Yeah, I actually think that she would be at least like self-made money. Like most of these women are wealthy now because they get paid from the show.
Oh, fair.
But Jessie really she's like I mean truly, she's extremely impressive. I look up to her when it comes to her business.
What is?
She's like a millionaire.
2 million. Yeah.
That's so insane. And she's literally like 30 years old. Go ahead, girl. You go. To wrap up Layla really quickly, I agree with you. I need more Layla next season. I feel like we weren't loving her in season 3, but it's kind of funny because I feel like everybody that I was disliking in season 3 actually was like my favorite this season. Like I really was not a fan of Macy and Michaela last season, and I really enjoyed them this season. I love that Jessie and Miranda took Layla to a treatment center. Basically, we saw resolve in a way that that's what needed to happen. Like they needed to take her to get treatment. And so I was happy that they didn't just have that conversation and like move on. I'm glad that her friends took that initiative and got her some help.
Yeah. I agree.
I want to talk about the whole Shania situation of it all.
Well, first of all, Dakota, what were you doing? Shania, that's just rude. Like you were just having a heart to heart with Taylor, like she was like being really interested in your life, and then you go and sleep with Dakota that night.
Right.
Dakota might not have known what they were talking about, but like still shitty of him to do that because he knows they're friends. And then like I don't blame Miranda at all for this, and I'm so glad that Miranda was like, Shania, you're being stupid. Like you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And I am glad that Taylor didn't go too hard on Miranda. Thank God.
Oh, I felt like she was awful to her.
Like
Taylor to Miranda?
Yeah, well, just on the phone call, like you could tell she was mad, but she wasn't saying that this is all like Miranda's fault, like I thought she might. So
I just personally feel like it's not Miranda's job to tell Taylor about this.
No, it's not.
Like they're all so scared of her, and for what?
I don't know.
Like
they'll be kicked out of Mom Talk. Like I'm like at this point, it's not up to Taylor, it's up to the producers.
Totally. Also, what even is Mom Talk at this point? You all have your own careers. Like, be so for real.
Yeah, and I'm so tired of hearing the word Mom Talk too.
Right. I just feel like, okay, I've been in a situation before where somebody has come to me and told me information about a friend's significant other that I then had to go break the news about myself. And it's like horrible. I understand that Taylor, for some reason, feels like Miranda should have this loyalty to her. Maybe she really does consider Miranda one of her close friends. I personally don't feel that I've ever seen Taylor be that great of a friend to Miranda. I've seen Miranda be a great friend to Taylor. But I actually had the same thought right before Miranda said this when she said, Shania's been a better friend to me than Taylor ever has. It's like, I
Yikes.
guess I just don't understand outside of the context of this show. I don't understand why Taylor feels that Miranda is supposed to have unrequited loyalty towards her when, while I understand what Shania did was hideous and a horrible thing to do, when Miranda and Shania have been friends for a decade.
Yeah, no, it doesn't compute.
Like, that's the thing that I think what was bothering me so much. Like, first of all, stop talking to Miranda like she's a child.
Oh my god, yeah, she was.
Miranda said that. She said, "I'm not her child and I'm not her partner." And she will not speak to me that way. And I know that it's all in rage. Like, I know that Taylor's just pissed off, but like I really like I first of all, I mean, I'm a kind of a Miranda stan, but I also just feel like Miranda has never done anything wrong to Taylor, and Taylor has never, and I'm not saying that Taylor is wrong for not like for not, being the best friend ever to Miranda, because Taylor obviously has a lot of shit going on in her own life, self-inflicted or not. She does. That's just subjective. But I just guess I don't understand Miranda in particular, why Taylor feels that Miranda just owes that loyalty to her. That she's supposed to, make her own life harder to tell Taylor that her baby daddy is once again screwing around behind her back. Like, I just don't feel like that's Miranda's responsibility.
No, it's just because Taylor thinks that the world revolves around her.
I mean, period, point blank. Period, poo. Yeah, I felt so bad for Miranda this season. I have seen her say that Taylor has like apologized profusely, and I'm happy. I hope that that's
I
true.
hope that that's true, yeah.
But yeah, the whole Shania situation is so difficult because clearly that girl is an absolute idiot. And I hate to say that about another woman, but you girls keep making me do it.
Literally.
I don't know what on earth. She's clearly a clout chaser. I mean, there's no other way to put it. That's obviously her intention here. I don't think that she and Miranda are friends anymore, because I think that girl, I saw a TikTok today of somebody saying that girl ended up sleeping with Chase too.
Shit.
That is a friendship ending reason for Miranda.
I want Miranda to go on to The Bachelorette, like you said last week. I want Miranda to be in a nice, loving relationship for once. Like, we've never seen her with a little boyfriend.
And it's probably because she doesn't need a man.
Well, yeah, but I just want her to be like, because she was getting really sad over the fact that like Chase was flirting with Taylor at the beginning of the season. So
Right, which I would too. I think that's the thing. It's like, obviously Taylor never did anything with Chase that we know of.
yeah,
But like, I guess that's where I know I'm beating a dead horse, but that's where I get so frustrated, is it's like, you literally went on a date with Miranda's ex-husband. Matter of fact, when the whole swinging scandal went down, you were at the gym with him,
yeah. He also
telling
like
him that you had a sex dream about him.
He also fell in love with you. So it's just
Yeah, I hope we never have to see her talk to Miranda like that again, because not that I think Miranda will take it. I just think one thing about Miranda is that she's not going to talk to you if you're going to treat her like that.
yeah. I also want to talk about Michaela and Jace for a second because we kind of end on like unknowing terms because they're like
Yeah.
they're not officially separated like by law like on the way to divorce, but they're not living together at the end of the season because she's staying with Macy.
Yeah.
And none of the girls know except for Macy.
I know, and I don't blame her for keeping that private.
I don't either. But all these girls are complaining about such superficial things, and I'm like, literally, like, you have two people on their way to divorce, and you guys need to get your heads out of your asses.
And Michaela dealing with trauma that I truly, in my worst reality, cannot imagine.
Mm-hmm. And her chronic illness on top of everything that she can't get to go away, like, oh, that just sucks so bad.
She just breaks my heart every season. I just feel like she cannot find relief from anything.
No, she can't like get a win.
Life.
Like, I think her issues cleared up while she was pregnant, and then they just came right back.
I know.
And that sucks. You're taking care of a newborn baby, but you're like uncomfortable out of your mind in your own body because of your illness. Like, that's so shitty.
Mm-hmm. And I can't imagine having to leave your newborn because you physically need to get out of the house. I also have seen some stuff about her talking about mold poisoning or something like that. Like,
what?
maybe there's mold in her house, and that's why she's been having so many issues.
Skin issues with mold? Is that something that can happen?
I would say totally. Mold, I feel like, causes so many underlying health issues. Like, it's giving an episode of Grey's Anatomy, you know?
Oh, I'm scared.
I feel like that's totally happened.
I'm scared.
I mean, some people are way more sensitive to stuff like that than others, and I just feel like that's probably I always call her Miranda. Michaela's case. But yeah, so it almost, because I saw some stuff like that, it almost made me wonder if they spun her storyline to make it look like she and Jace were separating, but really, in reality, she was just going to stay in a hotel to figure out if the mold was the problem.
Okay.
So, look, I'm not Jace's biggest fan because I think it's weird that he impregnated a 16-year-old when he was like 20 or 22.
Mhm.
I think like she clearly values him as her partner and her husband. And so I don't want to see her get divorced. Essie, I want to see get divorced because she has got to get away from that psychopath of a man.
Run.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm going to be keeping up more with Michaela. We've been seeing her deal with these skin issues since this show started. And I surely thought, after being on a TV show, somebody out there I feel like you hear that all the time. Like, oh, somebody reached out to me after they saw me on TV and told me that they think I might have a health issue or that this is what my health issue is, and they were right. Like, I just was hopeful that that would happen for her. I think that happened for Jessie, actually. Have you ever noticed she has that scar on her neck?
Yes, maybe?
Yeah, somebody told her it was like a lymph node thing or something.
Yeah, she had an issue, but it was
Yeah.
from the show, yeah. Like, she found out because somebody told her.
Yes.
It was like with Joey with his yellow eyeballs.
Oh my God. Was he just like jaundice or something?
No,
Like, what was the vibe?
he was just fine. I don't get that, but people were like, you have a kidney issue. It ended on a really weird note because it kind of just like sent Taylor off to the Bachelorette, and they were like, okay, we're done. It ended on the fact that she might be pregnant, and then they were like, okay, we're done.
Which obviously we know she's not. They always end this show on the dumbest things like that. Like, obviously we know she's not pregnant.
Like, I want them to do what Salt Lake does when they do like a little card of where they're at now, because I feel like I just never know when it's gonna end.
I agree. It was last season when they ended when she was on that date with Chase, and then we already knew that she was going on The Bachelorette, so obviously she's not dating Chase. Like, do they think we're dumb?
I guess so. But like at the Halloween party, it's basically showing that like Dakota and Shania are like dating.
Yes.
At least at that point in time, because he was like, "What are you doing here?" And she's like, "What? I can't come."
Okay,
and I'm like,
I'm
scared.
Do you think that there's like a shortage of men in Utah?
I think it's just a very small community.
Why does everybody want to date Dakota? Like, I guess I just don't understand. I'm not saying that he's not an attractive guy, but certainly not attractive enough for you to overlook all of his issues.
I agree. I don't know.
In his past.
I can't explain it. I don't get it. What's his appeal? Oh, what was really funny is at the Halloween party where it was like 6 hours post telling Taylor he loves her, and he's like with Shania at the party.
Oh my God. Give me a break. Please release us from this hell. Like, I can't keep doing it. I feel like I'm dating Dakota because of how much he was in this season and the decisions that he was making. I feel as though he is actively affecting my life.
Yes.
Because of his behavior.
Yes.
Miranda was also so right when she basically said that Dakota picked Shania because he was about to lose his attachment to the group. That was one thing about Miranda. She's gonna clock these hoes. I don't think I'll ever be not shocked by the fact that ABC picked somebody so erratic. I feel like that's so against their brand for The Bachelor and Bachelorette. And obviously that's what they're trying to shake things up.
Yeah.
But I don't know. In my opinion, what would have been way more on brand and way safer for them is if they just picked a different Mormon wife. Like if they picked Miranda or Layla.
Yep. Probably would have been a little different.
That would have probably been a better choice, because how do you just go into, preparing to film a show like this not knowing 100% if your lead is even going to show up?
Well, I'm sure they thought that she would be a little bit more responsible than that.
Right. They clearly have not watched Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
I also already know how The Bachelorette ends because Reality Steve told me.
Oh my God, you did not look on Reality Steve.
Well, it's also like, I don't know how you don't know because I also found out outside of Reality Steve.
I think I might have seen a spoiler, but I just choose not to believe in them.
Okay.
Because I saw it in like a TikTok comment.
I can go ahead and tell you you'll pick it out first night.
Oh, okay.
I can't tell you why, but you'll get it.
I'm gonna go. Okay, this is my prediction. Don't tell me if I'm right or wrong, but my prediction is that he looks exactly. If she does end up with somebody, he looks exactly like Dakota.
Well, I'm not gonna tell you. Just tell me not to say anything.
Okay. I'm just putting it on the record that's my prediction, so we can reference this. Yeah, I mean, all in all, like, this definitely was a good season. Way better than season 3.
Oh God, yeah, way better. Season 3 was a draining situation.
God, it was such a drag. Like, I'm just so glad that we put the Marciano thing to bed.
Oh God, yeah.
I went into this season trying, and this is what I said to myself when the season started. I said, everybody else loves Taylor Frankie Paul. Why do you not love Taylor freaking Paul? I'm thinking to myself, I need to look inward, right? I did that. I really, really did try.
No, I'm kind of off of Taylor Frankie Paul right now.
Before this season, the reason that I just wasn't a fan of her is because one of my biggest pet peeves with people is somebody who does nothing to change the circumstances in their life that they aren't happy with.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, like, there are exceptions to that rule. I'm not going to play the what if game, but that's kind of how I always felt about Taylor. I always felt, why is everybody giving her so much grace? Like, this just doesn't really make any sense to me. Like, she's a grown woman. Nobody else is making decisions this terrible. What's going on? But my biggest issue with her became the way that she treats her friends, because
I agree.
she's really lucky to have this group of girls in her life who just continue to give her chance after chance after chance. Eventually they're going to get tired of it because everybody else is going to move on with their lives and you're still at the restaurant.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I feel like that became my biggest problem with her this season, outside of the fact that I just think she acts far too young for her biological age.
I agree. I just feel like we all have some growing up to do, and we should have waited a little bit longer before starting to film season 5, but we saw how
Totally.
that ended, so.
Yeah, totally. I'll be very interested to see if they keep on this 2 seasons a year thing. In the grand scheme of things, it's only a 10 episode season. So I really don't think, if you think about it, like Real Housewives is like 20 with the reunion included, of
Yeah, so
course.
it's like the
So
same. Mm-hmm.
it basically nets out. I can't imagine their filming schedule being that rigorous.
No.
I'm sure these camera crews are filming on other shows at the same time. I just think that the bigger problem is that they can't turn the seasons around quick enough.
Yeah, and like they post on social media too much, the girls do, which is fine, but like
Exactly.
they need to like either have a stricter contract or figure that out. I don't know.
Exactly. I also saw, which I'll be really sad if this is the case. I don't think that Whitney is going to be in the show
I also saw
anymore.
that and I'm sad, but she's busy.
She is. I mean, was it in the
She
season
also
when she
doesn't
said
live
that?
in Utah anymore, so
Yeah, they like fully moved to New
they
York,
moved
didn't
to New
they?
York, yeah.
Which, again, I could totally see them only being in New York for like a year. Like, I don't think that it's permanent. I think it's, they're luckily she has a husband, which rightfully so, who is willing to move anywhere that she needs to for her dreams. And another thing, I don't need to see these husbands in season 5.
No, please, for the love of God. I saw someone be like, the husbands seem to be doing good. Let's make their own show that is, we have the option to watch. And so that, like, they were saying that so that they didn't have to see them anymore because they're just on their own thing, but you don't have to watch.
Totally. I think I saw the same one, and the caption was like, let's see what the ratings look like then.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, nobody would watch that because no one cares. Women are always the stars of reality TV.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if the show has the word wives in it or not.
Mm-hmm.
They're always the stars. I hope that production uses this filming pause to say to themselves, you know what? We've heard your feedback. We are not going to put the husbands in the rest of the episodes.
Sure.
And if they are in there, they're mute.
I agree. Let's get behind that.
I cannot believe that Bachelorette starts on Sunday.
If it does. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god, if it does. Well, we should preface, we're filming this early. We're filming this before the first episode comes out. Also, Cinnabon was doing a collab with her and they pulled it. They pulled the plug on it.
Oh shit. Damn.
I know. And I was kind of upset because there is a Cinnabon near my apartment. I've never been, but I was going to go.
I'm dead. I've never been, but I was going to get there.
I've never been. I've been to a Cinnabon, not this particular Cinnabon because, I'm a grown-ass woman. I can't just be going to Cinnabon every day. But I wanted to try Taylor's Bachelorette Cinnabon collab. So I'm a little upsetty spaghetti about that one.
I'm surprised have none of them done like a swig collab or a Seven Brew.
I don't know. Okay, you know what I did discover, speaking of Seven Brew, to close the loop on our conversation about this last week? The reason that the employees have such cute swag is because they have an employee portal where they can go in and like buy merch.
Well, literally, I was at Seven Brew yesterday and I saw the cutest sweatshirt I've ever seen in my whole life, and I wanted to
Ugh.
rip it off of her body and take it with me.
Next
And I
time you
did it.
go, can you please ask them how they get it?
Literally.
I'm serious.
I
Please ask
just
them.
Can I have your employee number?
Can I have your employee ID and I'll Venmo you?
I'll Venmo
But
you.
yeah, you can like access you can access the login page, but obviously like you have to have the credentials. So that was kind of a bummer for me. Let's see what have we got going on this week. Okay, Thursday's Fame Files is going to be our second celebrity deep dive on Drew Barrymore. I had an idea for another one. I was thinking we could do one on Brooke Shields.
Ooh, it should be interesting.
Yeah, I thought that could be kind of fun. That obviously won't be for a while, but and then our shows for the following week will be Bachelorette, Below Deck, Down Under, and Summer House. So still a little bit of a short week. It will definitely be a short week because we will only have one episode to talk about per those shows. But then the next week we're rolling in The Valley and Real Housewives of Rhode Island, which I'm thrilled about.
I didn't realize that was so close.
I know.
Well, that's fun.
April is going to be a chock full month. And at the end of April, we're doing Farmer Wants a Wife.
So exciting.
Can't wait for that. I can't remember if I told you this on the when the last time we talked about this. Okay, Heather from Colton Underwood's season of The Bachelor, Never Been Kissed,
Yeah, it's going on.
is on Farmers Wants a Wife.
Wait, for real?
Yes.
How do you get on that? What's like the criteria for getting onto that show?
I don't know, but we're going to figure it out.
Okay.
Because we're signing you up.
All right. I'm sure work will give me all those days off.
Julia needs to reintegrate with her horse girl persona.
Okay.
So this is our first step towards that for the listener. But yeah, April's going to be a fun month. I think that's it for our reality digest. Want to round us out?
Yeah, well, we'll see you guys next week. We hope you have a great rest of your week. We hope The Bachelorette airs and you all have watched it already.
Here's hoping.
And we hope that it actually, like, even though we might know the ending already, we hope that you're enjoying The Bachelorette and Taylor's not being a psycho.
Julia's a reality Steve-aholic, so no one ask her about the ending of these shows.
It just comes up on my Instagram. I can't even help it.
Unfollow him.
No.
I'm begging you. Oh my God.
Why would I do that?
You're killing me. I don't think they're gonna pull it, but they could. So we'll see. We'll talk to you next week.
Ta-ta for now.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next week for more pop culture chaos. The stories we cover are based on research and publicly available sources. While we strive for accuracy, some details may be disputed or unverified, and this episode is for entertainment and informational purposes only.